Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you Scrub Zero. So let's see. I was listening earlier today. I was at work. I was listening to some of Undisputed. Because I wanted to figure out what the heck they were talking about. And lo and behold, I stumbled. Well, not so much stumble, but one time it was Baker Mayfield, so I'm like, all right, let's see what the hell they're talking about. And apparently, I think Skip had mentioned Mike Florio, something he said about, I know this got reported a few weeks back that basically if Baker gets cut, the Steelers are looking to pounce on him. He also said that apparently Florio mentioned something about the Steelers would love him because then he'd have the run game with the O-line and be that next quarterback for the next 10 years or some other BS like that. This is something along those lines. So I'm like, but he had the kind of offense he needed in Cleveland, and he couldn't get it done. And it's like, what is this obsession with Baker Mayfield? Why are they trying to push this guy like he's good? Like he's had good moments, but he is what Bill Parcells would call just a guy. Jag. Because that's what he is. He's just a guy. He is not a guy. He's not a guy who can take you over the top. He's not. Clearly, he's not. Listen, I'm not the biggest Aldo Beckham Jr. fan by any means, but from the very start, you couldn't find a way to make it work with him. Like, I know his route running is questionable, and it has to be nice. Like, quite honestly, his route running sucks. He rounds his routes, which is, I'll give you a perfect example. Take I forget which year. I think it was 2018. It was 17 or 18 against the Bears. He was running a slant. He rounded the route. I believe it was Fuller, cornerback Kyle Fuller. 23. He picked off Eli Manning. He picked off the pass because Beckham rounded his route instead of he rounded it. He didn't run the route properly. If he ran the route properly instead of rounded it, it wouldn't have got picked off. Like you could look at other cases where he rounds his routes. He is not a good route runner. They promote him like he is, but he really isn't. Like when you round your routes, it's because he has all that speed, but I was the least surprised at all the injuries. But he has all that speed. He can get deep and whatnot, but when you round your routes, those are the kind of things that can happen. Be that as it may, Baker, he's still pretty damn talented. And then I know his focus ain't always there, but there's no reason y'all should have had the limited success you guys did. He is capable enough that you should not have, the offense should not look this bad when it was you and him. Now that third year he got hurt and the offense looked better, but you were relying on the run game. Clearly it didn't work with you and Odell, but we saw last year. We saw in your second year. Even in your first year, like, yeah, you were a rookie, you did some good things, but there was some bad with that too. Like, let's be honest. We just got to be honest with ourselves. Baker Mayfield is a guy. He is a guy. The quarterbacks out that draft that was good were Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson needed the system around him because there's obviously he still has some, but we knew he could win. Josh Allen they had to work on because accuracy was an issue. Like they needed to refine it, and he's still a work in progress, as we all are. But that is a different discussion. But like he's really improved. Like you saw the jump in the third year, and though this past fourth season, like you saw some progression. It's not all progression isn't all linear. You just want to see the consistency. Like I don't need him to be like the 30-year Josh Allen, but there was times he looked like that first year guy and that second year guy, and like just struggles, like because he had some struggles, but it ain't like he's a bad quarterback. In fact, he played very well in the postseason. That's someone from your class. He got his money. He's straight. Lamar Jackson, the only reason two reasons. One, we know. Because he ain't got no agent, but he's negotiating his own contract, but he wants to win. So like he'll worry about the contract after. Right now, he's playing to win. And if Baltimore's smart, they'll make sure to keep him. But now but you're supposed to be the number one pick. They traded for a guy who plays your position. Came out 2 years before. Gave him the biggest guarantee contract in NFL history. What does that say about you? Like keeps trying to cap for this guy like he's a star. No, he's not a star. He's a guy. He is average. Like he has some good moments and he'll have a bunch of bad moments. Like he's good, he's bad, and that's just what it is. He's a guy. And that's not the end of the world. That doesn't mean he can't help. That doesn't mean he can't contribute, but he is not the guy you can count on to win this championship. He's just not. He's not what you would call the guy that you know can win you the game late. So we need to get out this. We need to stop living in this fantasy world. Like Baker Mayfield is amazing. Like he's a star when he's really just a guy. Now that doesn't mean he can't improve. That doesn't mean he can't or won't get better. But right now, this is what he is. He is a guy. Obviously, the longer you go on just being a guy, then that's probably what it's just going to be. But, you know, I just don't like how they try to build these guys that really aren't that good up. And they've been doing it for a long time with a bunch of average dudes. And then when you really look at it, they weren't anything. But they try to push them out so bad. Like, why? Why Baker? Why? Because they got rid of, like Shannon said, like the clip's up, you could check it online, but they fired the old staff, they brought in new staff, and they said, and because if he really was that guy, they would have extended him by now. They wouldn't have traded for another quarterback and gave him the money they gave him. And even if he gets cut, I see him being a guy. I don't think he has the mental fortitude to like say, you know what, nah, I'm effing up, I gotta do better, I will do better, I'm actually gonna get to work instead of doing all this talking. Because it ain't like he talking and working, he just talking. And I ain't gonna get it done. But that's what I got on this one. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like, share, subscribe. What else? Shout out to welcome to HDTV. Seahawks Jose Rodriguez, who did it this time. Lobo, L0B0, Carcino for life, of course. Jeff Bone, the Bonehead. Black Mamba King Gaming, Black Mamba King 21 Gaming and Sports. Like, man, that's a mouthful. But nah, he does his thing with the gaming. Speaking of gaming, beer theater, damn words, man. But yeah, subscribe to Beer Theater. He does his thing. He be beating guys down on Madden all the time. Sometimes they get the better of him, but you know that's how it goes. You win some, you lose some, and you come back and just continue putting in the work. Damn. Of course, it ain't. Those are just the guys making content. Even the guys that aren't, even the people that ain't making content, like S Young, Nick Jacobs, Detroit T, Felton Moore, Nerdy Blue, Southern Gotti, and there's so many others who, True Viking. The list goes on and on. There's a lot of people. Anyone I didn't name, please charge that to my head, not my heart. There's a lot. I can't get to everyone off the top of my head, but I do appreciate you all. So, yeah, appreciate everyone. Like, we just gonna keep putting in work, continue moving forward, because that's what we do. So that's what I got. You can always hit me up on Twitter. I gotta check. It's been a few days since I've been on the computer, so gotta check my Twitter. Same for, and if you want to donate to the page, you can. Cash App is Scrub0, just like my YouTube username, SKRUBZERO. So that's what we got for this one. And until next time, like I said, Scrub0. Catch you on the flip side.